Hello there, my name's Kirsteen Harris-Jones and I'm the illustrator of the new picture book written by D.M. Mullan and published by Tiny Tree. And today I thought that we would have a go at drawing Hector from the Curious Tales. I thought I'd just show you the process that I go through and to see whether you'd like to have a go at drawing him. Right, so Hector, he's a circle. His head's a circle or an oval. His eyes are two ovals, not too far apart, and his nose looks very like two little seeds, like two little sunflower seeds, and let's give him a little smile. All these pencil lines could be rubbed out later when you put the ink on, so don't worry too much about it. They're just a guide for what or where you want to make your marks, and you can rub these out just before you put the after you put the ink on. So let's give him some expression. When you put the little eyeballs in, always make sure that you leave a tiny little piece of white at the side just to make the eyes look alive. And Hector's got little wrinkles under his eyes because he's a crazy inventor and I think he gets quite tired. So let's give him some ears and let's have a look. A neck, he'll need a neck, and Hector's got quite a thin neck, and his little lab coat with his collar. There we go. Just put these little lines in here, and I don't know, we could put him with his hands up I suppose. Draw his sleeve like this because he's quite happy that he's invented something. So again, just very sketchy. They're not lines that you could follow any one of the lines. So say if you wanted that coat to come out here, you could change it and make it, I don't know, make it flick up maybe, rather than this line. Then you can rub that line out. It's not permanent. You know, once you put your ink on, you can change these lines later. So there we go, there's his coat, and he's got a little stripy jumper on. And my favourite part of Hector is his hair, because he's got quite crazy inventor hair with curls on the end, so we can really sort of go a bit mad with this hair. You know, we can sketch, make very good sort of wiggly marks where we're going to put the hair. I think maybe his face is a bit big there, so we'll keep it to that line there, and just an edge of his an ear maybe, not a full ear. On his hairline you can do these like little flicky marks with your pencil, like that. Now I'm not going to do the whole thing because it'll take too long, but I'll just do a little bit with the ink pen now, just to give you an idea how it works. But you can use these kind of pens. They're just normal. They come in different sizes. I think that's a 3, a 7 or a 5. So they've got different size nibs. So if we use this big one, we could do the wrinkles on his coat, and I always like to put a few little sort of flicky marks underneath things just to create a little bit of shadow. So you put some wrinkles there and a mark in his pocket like that, and then his hair. So that's with those pens. With the straight pens, they don't really give you a different kind of strength of line. It's not, it's a very flat, uniform kind of shaped line. But if I show you now with the ink pen, or with this one actually, these pens, they look like brushes, so you can make them, like you can see immediately, that's a very thick, heavy line, but then you can flick them. If I show you down here, you can make the lines, you know, especially for his hair. That's excellent for his hair. It starts off thick and ends up thin at the end. So those pens are quite good. They're Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen. So, but I like to obviously use the ink. So if I give this ink a shake and try and put this down somewhere where it doesn't roll away, put that to one side, and then that's what it looks like. It's all quite bubbly inside, and you just sort of put your dip pen in, and then you can start drawing the lines. You see how you get a different kind of quality of line from drawing with an ink pen. It's thick, it's thin. If you press harder, you get a thicker line. If you're lighter, you get these very fine lines. So it's very nice to work with, actually, an ink pen. I don't know whether you can get them online anymore. You can get them, I think, I get mine from Arty Folk, or Cast Art is another place that I get my materials from. So you could try there, but I love the way that you can just, I think they were called mapping pens. Used to get them from art shops when art shops existed, where you could actually physically walk into an art shop, but I know everything now is online, isn't it? So yeah, so anyway, here we go. We're doing this quite quickly now with the ink pen. Give that some wrinkles there and down there, and his arm. I better give him a hand, I suppose. What could he be holding? Let's think. Let's give Hector some fingers and some fingernails. And now we've given him a thumb and some fingers, and some little pops from his little test tube there. We can wash the ink pen out and do the fun bit. We can add some of the blue wash. That I usually just put this in a little jar and make it all the same strength, so that the blue is all the same colour. I'm only going to do this roughly just to show you, but this is my favourite bit, putting the blue into Hector's hair on anything that I feel should be blue in the picture. This is gouache, but you can use watercolour, which isn't as strong in colour. Gouache is far brighter, and you can add as little or as much as you like. So wherever you want to put the blue, so I'm going to put it on his sweater, his hair, and I think we could probably put a little bit of blue in the test tube. I've only done that very quickly just to show you, but yeah, just make some sketches of Hector, little pencil sketches, anything really, any kind of size, shape, you know, or copy the front cover. And if you haven't got a light box, you can always use your window.